Close the door, please, baby.
Brap. Sorry, I'm still in like dad mode. So I take this Bodhi has this like Strider bike that I got him, and I push him around in it, and I make these sounds like, and I think I've just signed my own death warrant with Jenny, because now this kid loves motorcycles and bikes, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. What's going on, everyone? I'm feeling good about just everything, you know? I feel like, you know, that we can live in this post-corona outbreak world. And I really feel like I was just taking a piss, and I'm thinking, holy fuck, what is this, 23? The 23rd episode of Sim Sessions? And I'm just like, what happens after 100? What am I gonna be after 100? Because I've like progressed so much just in the way of like learning this new type of freestyling, and like knowing how I can get the quad to work for me, of knowing the new physics of everything. What am I gonna be like at 100 or 200? Like 200 days from now. That's not that long. I'm gonna be a fucking monster machine. Yo, smash it. Smashing it. Like, you guys should smash that like button. I don't ever ask you guys to do that, but like, if you could smash that like button, you know, we'll keep these things going. We'll keep these sim sessions going. Okay, let's get focused here. What else happened today? I took a nap, which was amazing, because Jenny didn't have to work. So when she doesn't have to work, we kind of have this deal that, you know, midday, just let me sleep a little bit. Let me sleep in. So that was good. It was like 2.5 hours of fucking napping. I loved it. I feel so good right now, like awake and yeah. Oops, my fucking finger slipped off the. So this, I use a thanks, buddy. Everyone smash that shit. I use this DX18. I don't know, what is it? Yeah, it's a DX18 with this Spectrum like wireless remote thing. And this controller came with these things, the knob things. And they came with like really spiky knobs, so I grinded them down. But if I'm playing it like I'm playing it now, sometimes my finger will slip off. I'm like, fuck, well, should have kept those on. But when I play it too much with that on, it would hurt my fingers, my thumbs. Ooh, it came out way quicker than I thought it was gonna come up. Yeah, we're all safe and well, buddy. We're just chilling out, you know. Wife tried to fucking bake these muffins for Bodhi today, and she's like, they don't taste good. And I'm like, yeah, because they're for the kid. They're not fucking supposed to be sweet. I'm like, what do you mean? They taste like bran muffins. Like fucking banana bran muffins. Come on, get out of there. How fucking impressed was I with that trick that we did yesterday with the fucking plane? I'm like, I'm gonna have to find a plane now so I can fucking do this trick. MX Motocross. What's going on, buddy? What happened? My controller unit was shipped out today, which for DCS World. Okay. I'm gonna say this a couple times just so I can try to get as many people out there as possible to come to go look at these fucking goggles. Everyone who has me on Instagram, if you don't have me on Instagram, you don't have to go follow me. Just look at my fucking story, okay? And I compare how big the DJI goggles are to my new VR goggles. And go look how fucking wide those new VR goggles are. And the thing is, there's no blurry edges. There's less blurry edges on these than there are on the DJI. It's literally 170 degrees of ultra wide VR immersiveness, and that's what I'm gonna be fucking playing soon, is an F-18, or I think I've switched to the F-16 just because I like the cockpit a little bit better. It's the second fastest plane in the game, and it seems just as easy to get orientated with as an F-18. Anyways, Matty Stunts FPV Instagram. Go to look at my story. I take a photo comparison of these two goggles, and you'll just see how much wider these goggles are. It is nuts, and I cannot wait. And Walmart today shipped out my joystick. Thrustmaster 16000M, T16000M, with a throttle, rudders, and the joystick. Where was that fucking... Where is... Oh yeah, okay, so there's that other place there. Is there anything else that I've missed? The other hangar's over there. No. But there's even, like, structures in here, eh? It's gonna look cool. We're gonna do something here. Can you guess what we're gonna do? That's right, we're gonna do a little bit of a Willy-esque move all the way off the building. What's up, Bradley? I hope everyone's well, by the way. You know, I feel like even though I don't know you guys, I see a lot of people that are stopping back in on a regular basis. I appreciate you. I appreciate you wanting to, I don't know, if you're watching this to get better at flying, then I appreciate that you're wanting to do that. If you're watching this because you're just fucking bored as hell and you're in quarantine, that's also alright. Okay. Let's reset here. I love that this sim is flying right, and the maps are just way fucking better, because now what this is and like I've already, when we first started the sim, it was really me trying to like the sim sessions, it was really me trying to figure out how to fly comfortably and confidently at 10 degrees. But now it's okay, how can we fly and kind of innovate this camera angle? And that's what I'm trying to learn how to do right now. How does Matty Stuns put his stamp on on 10 degrees? So, but now it's like I have that freedom to do it, you know? And it's not boring because these maps are just, I'm able to just go and fucking flow and do my thing. This one's longer than the other one. Is it? Yeah. Who's in the backyard? What do you fucking mean? Who's in the backyard? There should not be anyone in the backyard, Aaron. 1 second. I'll be right back. I think Aaron just psyched me out there. There's no one in the backyard. Aaron, are we going to go flying this weekend? Like, I'm going flying with or without you. I'm gonna go with Chris at least. Like we need to get out there. The only thing is I haven't really wanted to fly with the high pressure system that we've had, because it just doesn't make for good content. I'm gonna cook the rest of that chicken that's in the fridge.
The turkey or the chicken?
The chicken, Jenny. Chicken sounds like turkey. And then yam fries. Aaron, it's these fucking sim sessions, man. Like, it's really locking me in. Video Groove magazine? I didn't know there was a Video Groove magazine for rollerblading. Wasn't it called Daily Bread? Was the inline rollerblading magazine? A little fun fact, but Aaron and I seem to always, like, Aaron's one of my best buddies, I'd have to say. He's also one of the people that are that's most like me. His name's A-Bomb in this chat right now. And a little fun fact, we get into these synced hobbies, right? And we met when we started to stunt ride, right? And then he got really into stunt riding, and I got really into, well, I was already in stunt riding, but he got really into it, and we just would practice every single day. And it seems like we share, we got into flying together, we got into airsofting, fishing, what other things? I think we're gonna probably get into DCS World together. But when I used to rollerblade, he was even fucking in that scene too. He used to BMX. And then he also played hockey around the same time that I played hockey. It's like we're this energy in the universe that is kind of vibrating at the same frequency. He gets really psychotically obsessed with his hobbies like I do as well. His last one was the aquarium that he had. A saltwater aquarium. And knew exactly what was going to happen. Like, he sits there and he watches this fucking fish tank and he's like, I need this thing to grow right now. So, like, you're supposed to, like, buy these things and then buy a little piece of coral and wait a couple years for this thing to grow out, right? No, not Aaron. He go out and he tried to literally build this whole thing up with coral, with money, because he couldn't fucking wait. I know exactly what he's thinking, because we're like the same person. Yeah. Anyways, it's pretty funny. But he just bought himself a squirt yesterday. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Can do some rippage in our backyard. And yeah. Remember that trick, guys? I'm breathing into the fucking microphone like a stalker again. Like, I always thought I needed 60 degrees to, like, stay upside down for a long time. And, like, you do. If you want to do, like, these things where you're, like, going backwards like this and also look back towards your object like this. So you're going like that. And if you want to keep that momentum, you do. But I feel like now I can kind of stay inverted for a pretty long time just by manipulating the quad's thrust direction. So we're going to do a little bit more wall writing and just fuck around with this object really quickly. And then we're going to go do some knuckle hucks and shit in the other map. No, you bastard. Get me through there. When will I post again? Well, if you haven't noticed, I'm posting like every single day with the sim sessions, but as soon as I go out and fly and not have to worry about having my life taken from me because some guy comes up and asks me what kind of fucking drone I'm flying. Is it a DJI? You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna fly, I need to fly with people, and because there's that whole social distancing, I don't only trust like 1 or 2 people to fly with. I know Aaron is taking it very seriously, so I've already said, let's go fly. And he said, okay, cool, Sunday? Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll wait to link into that trick. So hopefully you'll have some I do have some footage that I could... What did I do there that got me into that wall? I do have some footage that from when me and Aaron went flying the other day in the clouds, but I don't know. I got some like squirt footage too, but it's nothing crazy. It's just me putting around in the backyard. Okay, so we come up the wall and then never mind. Okay, now that there's a little bit more people in the stream, like I was saying earlier, do me a favor and go into Maddie Stunts FPV Instagram. I'm not looking for you guys to follow me or anything like that. If you don't, just go in there and check out these VR goggles that I have. I compare them to the DJI screen, and it is ludicrous how much bigger these fucking things are. And I thought I was in a different position there. Okay, let's change maps here. Gates of Hell. I put them in my story. Anyways, my God, I cannot wait. But they're in quarantine right now. I doused them with all kinds of alcohol yesterday. And now they're in probably like a 4 or 5 day quarantine where I'm not going to put them on my face. You know? Sorry if you can hear me grinding my teeth again. These fucking braces, my God. What is this? Your pitch and roll rates seem quite a bit slower than your yaw rate, correct? Well, okay. Maximilian. This is my roll. This is my pitch. My pitch is still pretty fast to get me to do like, you know, these fast pitch to rolls. And then my yaw is around the same as my pitch. Actually, my pitch is the fastest, I'd say. Yeah. No. Aya. Sorry if I'm not talking as much, guys. I usually talk your fucking ears off, but I'm just enjoying the flying today. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really getting into it. I was actually really looking forward to this sim session today. I'm glad I took that nap as well. I'm also glad that Aaron wasn't building the fucking fort outside today so I could take that nap. No, I didn't. I left the drone specs. Okay. I've had a couple questions about my setup, so let's just pause this. I kept my drone specs. So a quick shot of this. You guys can always rewind if you didn't see something. Controller sensitivity. This is... Oh my god, did it just happen again? It did. It did just happen again. My fucking god. Okay, so my RC rate is easy to fix. What the fuck is going on with this shit? My RC rate, my yaw just got... I didn't even touch anything. What was my... Can someone rewind and see what my yaw super rate was? And my expo. Like, all this shit just got fucking changed. Mid-throttle, 50. This is the second time this has happened. I need these two numbers right here. I'm gonna have to hang out for a little bit. So, I need to know what my yaw super rate was and my yaw expo was. I'm just waiting for you guys to get back to me here. Bodhi? Baby, make sure his hand doesn't get squished in that door, please. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, this is the way the quad's set up. The sliding doors open like maybe an inch, and he knows that I'm in here because I'm talking, and he's just losing his mind right now. He wants to get in. Baby, could you please close the door and take care of that? Yaw Super was 56? Really? Yaw Super was 56. And Yaw Expo was 36. Okay, thanks, buddy. Okay, let's see if this works. Fuck. That's the second time that's happened. Mid throttle was 0.4? Really? .56 mid throttle was 0.4? No, I don't want that. No, my mid throttle should have been 50. It probably got changed and I just never changed it back, but okay, let's go do some shit here and see if anything got changed. Ew, what was that? Ma! I can hear every single thing you guys are saying right now. You guys gotta be a little more quiet, please. Yeah, it was 0.4. It should have been 50. It probably just got fucked up at some point with when I went in there. It should have been 50 or 0.5. I know it's always kind of been that 0.5 number, so we're gonna put it at 0.5 because that's what your min throttle should be. It's feeling pretty good right now. Anyways, what a fuck show that was. Just to show you guys my fucking rates. Oh, you know what isn't up? Why isn't my overlay coming up? A little glitch in the old DRL game. Okay, so Mystery's asking, he's a new pilot, what kind of fundamentals should he be practicing? He's putting in a lot of time right now, and he's a new pilot. Okay, this is the formula to success. Download this fucking sim, that's the first thing. Plug in my numbers. Actually, plug in your own numbers to how you feel like it should feel for you, and you'll get a feeling for that once you start playing. And then what you're gonna want to do is play that sim way more than you fly in real life, because what you're doing with the sim, what did I do here? I've lost my hip transfers. What you want to do with the sim is you want to. So when I used to fly, and when I was like trying to learn tricks in the real world, or even just like get tricks back on lock. This is what happens. You go out, you fly 1 or 2 batteries, you break your shit, and then you spend like 4 to 8 hours fixing your shit, right? So there's way more when you're in those years of like building up and practicing and progressing and learning new tricks. You're spending way more time on the workbench than you are actually flying. But what you do with the sim now is you got an infinite number of lives, and you can sit here and practice all day long. And now when you sit down when you go flying for an hour session, maybe you get, it depends how much you talk to your friends and how much you really dig flying, and if it's just a social thing for you. It's never really been a social thing for me, so I'd always just go fly by myself, and and just get the work done and fly. But I know there's a lot of people that go out and, you know, they want to chat with the boys and then also burn some packs. But if you're only burning 3 or 4 packs and then you break your shit and then you have to go home, what is that? Let's say each pack, if you flew them properly, or, you know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, so 12 to 15 minutes. I think that the biggest thing you can do is play the sim. And what you should be practicing once you play this sim is you should be practicing your basics. So invert on axis, okay? Don't invert like this and land here. Make it like you're a photographer and you're cropping that image, okay? So you should start with little things like this, just inverting your quad, getting that muscle memory down. Invert. This shit's really boring, but I do it all the time. When I had to relearn inverted yaw spins, I would just sit here doing this. And you always have to make sure you go both ways. You roll both ways, right? Front flip, back flips. And you want to kind of just get all those tricks to a point where your fingers can do them and you don't really have to think anymore. And then flying in the sim and experimenting, you'll just figure shit out, man. It's hard to say how you get from day one to, you know, a little intermediate flying, like a Mr. Steele flying, intermediate, you know, to a Vanover, very experienced, pristine precision, and, you know, or a Matty Stunts. You just have to put it in your time. It's all it is. That's all this hobby or any hobby is. It's just putting it in your time and doing little stuff. I used to just fly around stuff like this. I'd go out at nighttime and before there were sims, and I would just fly around stuff like this. Find a little something to just keep on going through holes and really learn the quad and get my turns on point. And you always want to, if you do one left turn, you want to do one right turn. You want to do one left turn. You want to go back and forth. You don't want to just be a one-trick pony and only go one way. You have to, I would make it a point that if I was going right, the next one for sure would be a left turn. And if you go back to some of my older videos, you'll always see that that's what I'm doing. And it makes the flying better, because when you come through here and you're looking to go right for sure, you know, your eyes just get very locked in and know where to look when you're flying. So if I roll right there and do a front flip, I'll roll left there and do back flip. But I did a front flip. So it's just consistency. Practicing at least an hour a day in the sim. So just divide how many hours there are, minutes there are in an hour, and how many packs you usually get. So now you're flying 60 packs a day because you're flying the sim. I don't know if you guys have seen my progression from, but I mean I had a good understanding of the flight physics and the controls with my fingers and muscle memory and all that other stuff, but I really had to learn a new flying style. And since I've started these sim sessions, I feel like I'm ungodly better than I was before. And that's because we're doing these sim sessions every single day for like 40-50 minutes. So bulletin points are, I don't mean just fly the sim and don't fly the real quad, but put it this way: if you fly the quad more, and the whole thing to flying the sim is so we have more freedom and can express yourself better once you actually get out there and start flying with the real quad, okay? But if you are spending 8 hours a day, like when I was flying hard, I had 3 rigs, and I would literally come back with all my shit broken at the end of the day, and it was like an 8-hour day, and I was spending most of my time repairing, okay? After work, on weekends. What's up, James? But now you need to set aside that 1 hour, even if it means you can't fix your quad to fly the next day, because it'll literally take time out of your practicing just because you have to fix your shit, right? So I would recommend this sim right now. Make sure you guys use the DRL Racer 3. Don't use any of the other quads. I feel like that was my biggest issue when I was trying to learn how to set the sim up. This quad, I think they've put a lot more time tuning it for realism in the game. And yeah, anyways. You wanna learn how to do your stuff both ways. Like I was saying, make sure that your muscle memory gets you on access, okay? And that's what's gonna make you progress faster than anything else. Unless you have all the time in the world and you're literally flying at least an hour of like flight time a day, and then you can fix your stuff afterwards. But even then, you're not taking chances. Like, I would never try to invert this gap when I know there's a rock right there, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyways. That's 48 minutes. I hope that helped any new pilots out there. It may not seem like you can do this stuff in real life at the beginning. Like you'll practice it in the sim, and then you'll go out and you'll be like, I don't know what the fuck Maddie's talking about. I can't do this shit in real life. There is a little bit like these sims aren't like perfect, but they're good enough to get your like all your stick movements down, right? Knowing, like, it's pretty easy to know that this is your roll rate. That roll rate is not right. I can always tell my roll rates if my Rubik's cubes are too slow, which it is. Yeah, this got fucked up too, I think. Listen, Maximilian, I know that there's like Steel has a lot of followers, and he's been doing it a long time. I'll be the first to say as well that he is a good pilot, but compared to Vanover, he's fucking intermediate, man. That Vanover is a superior racer, first of all. So when he needs to hit a gap or go just flow with the environment and go wherever he wants to go, he's going to be able to do it better than most of the people in the world, okay? Also, he does have that Okay, that's too fast. He does have that that artist freestyle type mentality of knowing how to flow and knowing how to put tricks together, and then also the kid's a winner, man. Like, you don't get that good at something in competition. Like, my sister was an Olympian for Canada's gymnastics team, okay? And she took all those qualities and set it towards her life, okay? And I know a bunch of wrestlers that do the same thing. And when you're competing and you want to win, you have a different mindset of what is acceptable for, you know, training and flying. And the thing with Vanny is he's a very competitive racer, and he has that it factor. And when I saw that kid freestyling, I was like, holy fuck, man. I think he's probably one of the best out there. Like, he's smoother than Drew. He's more technical than Drew. Drew's one of my favorite pilots. And just because, like, listen, we can bang our sticks all day, okay? And do all this type of shit. But it doesn't mean that you're good just because you can snap roll and flip and all that shit. There's a lot more to it. You need to be able to go fast, you need to be able to go slow, you need to be able to do the tech tricks, you need to be able to do the inverted tricks, you need to be able to do backward tricks. And when you look at a pilot all around, I think Vanover has a more all-round flying skill than Steele does. Sorry. But I mean, a lot of this is personal opinion. I know that I don't have the best attitude towards Steele, but I'll also be the first to tell you guys that Steele doesn't fuck around either. He's a musician. He has very good technique, but there's something that holds him back. I don't know if it's his creativity, if he's just not a creative person, or if it's just his willingness to learn something new. But see, my roll is still a little bit too fucking high here. Yeah, anyways, that's my little fucking preach on that. Like, I think there's a lot of really, like, look at Vicking FPV or Vic FPV. That kid took Steele's style and ran with it. Like, that kid's a fucking monster. He would eat up fucking Jared all day long, man. There's a lot of people that are taking that style and do it better than Steele too. So I don't know. Anyways, play the sim. "54 minutes. Everyone, please stay safe." Johnny FPV, I don't know. He's in his cinematic world right now. I'd say that he's top 5 best ever to do it. Maybe top 3. But I judge FPV freestyling pilots differently than most of the world. So my criteria is you need to be able to do everything, and Johnny FPV only really does one style, so that's what kind of hurts him, but it is his own style. For myself, this is why I'm at 10 degrees, because I want to challenge myself and see if I can take my tricks I do at 60 and do them at 10. And I think I've kind of proved that with this whole experiment, playing the sim again like crazy. But now I just need some time to go out and film some edits. Ooh. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow. Everyone stay safe, okay? Don't panic. Everything will be fine. And we'll catch you later.